Every place has a feeling. Every town has a culture. For us in West Virginia, it's the people that make it special. At Grog's, our days start and end with award-winning service. Because for those who are lucky enough to call West Virginia home, we will always be here to make sure home is a safe and comfortable place. To the customers we've met along the way and to those we will meet in the future, we thank you for making Grog's Home Services the top choice in the Mid-Ohio Valley.
I highly recommend Bowling and Dunn Family Dentistry. They make you feel so comfortable and provide you with quality care.
Everyone is very friendly and very helpful.
They're always smiling here, and I trust them with my smile.
They are very professional and good at informing you of what they are doing before they do it.
What's important to you is important to us. Bowling and Dunn Family Dentistry. Welcome to our practice.
Welcome to traditional radio the way it was meant to be. At WMOA, we get above the noise and keep it local. As for our big sister, well, when folks were running for the hills or shuttering up the ranch, a new sheriff came to town. Welcome to Jaws Country, FM 100.9. Classic country with a bite. Don't listen alone. And to complete the family, you'll find ESPN Radio at 2 places on the dial, plus our team covering your team all around the Mid-Ohio Valley. Now that's a great family of radio stations born and raised right here. Thanks for tuning in.
Say I love you with Carl's Pawn Shop. If you're looking for a gorgeous engagement ring, a beautiful wedding set that will last a lifetime, or if you want to find that perfect gift for a special occasion, we have you covered. We carry a wide variety of jewelry and designer purses that fit any style at prices that won't break the bank. Our inventory changes daily, so stop by and see what's new.
It's always fun to see what's new at Carl's. Carl's Pawn Shop.
This time could be up there with the greatest of times. And it starts now.
You gotta be kidding me!
Tired of the usual fast food options? Ditch the burgers and fries and eat clean on the go. I'm proud to introduce Mother's To Go Kitchen. It's a grab-and-go solution for your fast food blues with ingredients that are clean, fresh, and locally sourced. Choose from healthy and delicious ready-made soups, salads, sandwiches, wraps, and sides. Just remember to look for our new display case, and next time, grab something fast and healthy.
Eat clean on the go with Mother's To Go Kitchen. Now at Mother Earth Foods. Shop with confidence.
The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys. When you've had a serious injury, you need legal advice immediately. Call today, we'll see you today and guide you every step of the way. The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys.
My pups and our Goldworks staff are ready to show you what other jewelry stores don't. Mark Armstrong's Goldworks, without a doubt, has the largest variety of one-of-a-kind jewelry you just can't find at other jewelry stores. Come see for yourself and see why we are the only true full-service jewelry store in the Mid-Ohio Valley. If other area jewelers have trusted me for over 45 years, shouldn't you?
A new year brings new deals at Lemon & Barrett's Power Sports. Our showroom is packed with new and used inventory with deals you won't want to miss, plus all the gear, apparel, and accessories you need to ride in style, safety, and comfort. Does your current bike or buggy need service? Our certified technicians will get you back on the road, trail, or farm in top shape. Stop in today and check out our massive inventory and shop all the New Year's deals at Lemon & Barrett's Power Sports. one-stop shop for all things power sports. Follow us on Facebook for inventory and store updates. As always, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
Hey, you. It's that time of year again. When it's okay to get a little carried away for football. To feel all the postseason feels for football. It's okay to do this, or even that.
I don't know what that is.
And it's definitely okay to get wild on Wild Card Monday. So if you want to leap, chase, and cheese, it's all okay. Why? Because this is playoff season.
18 years ago, you did not have the cancer center like you have today at WVU Medicine. They did my mammogram. 3 days later, when I got my results, I did have breast cancer. I have to say that excellent care, excellent staff. So very thankful that I was placed with them and they had the perfect plan for me. Having cancer is not easy. It's not something that you want to go through alone. You need your family, you need your friends, you need the perfect doctor team. And I had that at Camden and Clark, WVU Medicine. After 18 years of being a survivor, I have found many friends and realized that I could not have done this alone without all of my friends and family and the team at WVU Medicine, Camden Clark.
I sincerely hope you never need my services because my firm represents people that have been seriously hurt in automobile accidents. I'm Jim Staley, and I've seen the devastating effects that those accidents can have, not only on those who are injured, but also on those who are at fault. Don't drive distracted. Put down the phone. It can wait until you get where you're going. Staley Law Mediation, advocating for victims of serious personal injury.
Honest Fred's Flooring, your home for quality flooring at a fair price. We know shopping for flooring can be stressful, so you can count on us for an honest deal and a stress-free shopping experience. Whatever your flooring needs, rest assured we have the flooring that's right for your lifestyle. And Honest Fred's is with you every step of the way, from consultation to installation. You'll get the flooring you want, the service you need, and the value you deserve. Shop Honest Fred's, Parkersburg, Marietta, and Spencer, or visit us online at honestfreds.com.
George Danuse is raising the culinary bar with a brand new breakfast menu. With extended hours from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., George's Place is the place to be for every meal of the day. If you don't see it on our extensive menu, just ask and we'll be happy to whip you up a custom order. Pop in early and try our new breakfast menu, grab a pizza made with our fresh homemade dough, or try one of our nightly dinner specials. Eat at George's Place, behind Red Lobster, next to the Quality Inn.
The next chapter on TNT is ready. We make the place go crazy. Does he love playing TNT or what? McKinnon, he scores! The Stanley Cup is here on TNT. Wow!
I'm jazzed up, ready to go.
The NHL on TNT every Wednesday.
You are looking at the new approach to help keep your spine in line. The Cox Table gently restores strength and flexibility of the neck and low back, providing treatment for bulging discs, arthritis, degeneration, and all bones out of place. The Cox technique is known to reduce or eliminate your dependency on over-the-counter and prescription pain medication and even help to avoid spinal surgery. The Cox technique and Falwell Chiropractic Clinic, your answer to relief.
This is Mr. Kimball's construction class at the Wood County Technical Center. It's a one-year program with embedded math credit, and you can get up to 10 certifications. Upon completion, this can lead to a job with the home builders or the laborers union. Stuff that you learn in here, if you do pick up and learn on it, you can use throughout your whole life. Even if you don't go into the construction field, if you need to work on your house, you can.
At Williamstown, it's relationship-based. Until you build trust, you really can't catapult that relationship to the next level. I love working with small business. I love working with entrepreneurs. Everybody has their dreams and their visions of success, and I always like to be a part of that. I look for those opportunities to pair my expertise with their vision to create a plan of success. I'm Mike Fleek. I'm excited to help your business thrive.
Murray's will replace damaged insulated residential glass and a 10-year guarantee on seals from the manufacturer. Replacement units are made right here in the USA. Murray's, your trusted source for replacement glass for 75 years. Murray's, the area's exclusive Opti-AIM certified ADAS recalibration center, will replace your damaged windshield to OEM specifications. Get back on the road knowing the job was done right. Contact Murray's, your ADAS recalibration professionals.
Rejuvenation Laser and Skin Center is now offering the same great services at our brand new Harbor Point location in Williamstown. Whether it's laser treatments for hair, acne, or tattoo removal, full body contouring, or skin rejuvenation, let us revitalize your skin without the time and cost of cosmetic surgery. Go to RejuveSkinCenter.com or call 740-538-9943 to schedule your free consultation.
Two Chucks in a Truck HVAC companies are a dime a dozen, but there's one that's been around over 60 years, Morrison Incorporated. High-pressure sales tactics, bogus equipment repairs, offers you know are too good to be true? That's not our style. As the Mid-Ohio Valley's factory-authorized Bryant dealer, we respect our customers, we value your business, and we guarantee our work. May seem an old-fashioned way to do business, but it's worked for Morrison since 1961. Always ready to do whatever it takes. That's Morrison Incorporated.
At CIS Cable, we get it. Saving money is a big deal these days. Other companies will try to lure you in with the promising of cheap prices, but there's always some fine print that says it won't last long. And when the service goes down, it's not easy to try and talk to somebody over the phone or get someone to come and fix it. CIS Cable doesn't work that way, and we never will. Upfront pricing, local customer service, and fast and friendly technicians. Call today and get the quality and service that you deserve. 304-420-2470. Your autograph is less online.
12 total pins in 10 seconds or less. And now we'd like to honor our senior mat maid and senior wrestlers. Presenting roses to our mat maids and our wrestlers' moms are Briley Arthur, Marie Shockey, and Presley Wright. We will start with Michaela Sato. Michaela is being escorted by her mother, Nikki Sato. She has been a mat maid for 4 years and is a member of the WestVirginiaMat.com Academic All-State Team each year. Michaela plans to attend WVUP with an undecided major. She is a member of the Parkersburg South Student Council. Her favorite memory of being a mat maid was getting to go to the away tournaments. Michaela would like to tell the younger mat maids to, quote, be confident in yourselves and your work as a mat maid. You can do anything you put your mind to. Michaela Sato. Next we have Christian Hilliard. Christian is being escorted by his father and stepmother, Robbie and Heather Hilliard, his mother Autumn, and his little brother Alex. Christian is a 4-year member of the South Wrestling Team. He has combined varsity level and exhibition record this year is 5-6 with 5 pins. His career record is 34-32 with 26 pins, and he's a two-time member of the South Quick Pin Club. Christian was a 190-pound champion at the St. Mary's Blue Devil Alumni Invitational in 2022. He has been named to the WestVirginiaMat.com Academic Honor Roll. Christian plans after graduation are to pursue a culinary career. His favorite wrestling memory is winning first place at St. Mary's last year. When asked if he had any advice for the underclassmen, Christian advised the younger wrestlers to, quote, never give up on your dreams. Christian Hilliard. Next we have Ryan Martin. Ryan is being escorted by his mom and stepdad, Andrea and Mike Brown, and his dad and stepmom, Ronnie and Erica Martin. Ryan has been a member of the South Wrestling team for 4 years. His season record is 18-5 with 8 pins, and his career mark is 88-27 with 42 pins. Ryan qualified for the state tournament last year and finished in 5th place in the 132-pound weight class. During his career at South, he has won 2 individual championships and was the 2022 OVAC 132-pound runner-up. His plans after graduation are to continue his education and pursue a degree in criminal justice. Ryan has been named to the WestVirginiaMat.com Academic All-State team. His favorite wrestling memories are making it to the OVAC finals and pinning Moses Eads in the state tournament last season. As for advice to the underclassmen, Ryan offers this sage advice. Don't give up. My freshman year, I was 4th string at 106, and this year I have my eyes set to be on top of the podium at the state tournament. Ryan Martin. Next we have Uriah Morris. Uriah is being escorted by his mother and father, Jamie Jones and Matt Morris. Uriah has been a member of the South Wrestling team for 2 years. His season record is 14-7 with 7 pins, and his career record is 17-11 with 10 pins. He plans to go into the construction field after graduation. Uriah has been named to the WestVirginiaMat.com Academic Honor Roll. His favorite wrestling memories have been made while wrestling duels, having the whole team rooting for him. As for his advice to the underclassmen, Uriah says, quote, stick with it, no matter what you wish you did when you were older. Uriah Morris. Next we have Brady Roberts. Brady is being escorted by his dad, Buddy Roberts, and his mom, Amanda Mowry. Brady has been a member of the South Wrestling team for 4 years. His season record is 4-5 with 1 pin, and his career record is 61-22 with 27 pins. Brady was both a state champion and OVAC champion at 106 his freshman year. He was the WSAZ champion, regional champion, and state runner-up his sophomore year. After graduation, he plans to join the IBEW program to become a union electrician. Brady's favorite wrestling memory is winning an individual and team title. As for his advice to underclassmen, Brady urges them to stay focused and keep working hard. Brady Roberts. And finally we have Kyle Wheeler. Kyle Wheeler is being escorted by his father and stepmom, Timothy and Amanda Wheeler, Kyle has been a member of the South Wrestling team for 4 years. His season record is 11-7 with 8 pins, and his career record is 61-41 with 44 pins. Kyle has won 2 individual championships during his career at South. In 2022, he was the regional runner-up and placed 6th in the state at 145 pounds. He has been named to the WestVirginiaMat.com Academic All-State team each year. He is also a member of the South Wrestling Quick Pin Club. After graduation, he plans to continue his education at West Virginia University, majoring in exercise physiology. Kyle has been a member of the South football team all 4 years. As for his favorite wrestling memory, he stated, "My favorite moment was the PHS duel my freshman year. I won a 3-2 division in front of a packed house." Kyle wants to leave the younger wrestlers with this final word of advice. Don't eat that honey bun. Hold off for a few months. Your future self will thank you. Kyle Wheeler. Let's have a hand for our seniors.
There are tremendous players in our league.
Setting the bar for women's basketball competing in the Big Ten Conference.
Look at all the great players in the footprint of the Big Ten.
When you call the Basement Doctor West Virginia, you know you've called the right place. We'll help you solve the worst problems in your basement or crawl space, from bowed walls, cracks to water, mold, and more.
Our experienced and well-trained crews will carry out the repairs, leaving you with a drier, cleaner, healthier, safer, and more energy-efficient home. Plus, you get a lifetime transferable warranty.
You can trust the Basement Doctor of West Virginia. Call now at 877-DRY-TIME or visit basementdoctorwv.com.
The Coliseum, where the spirit of 1.8 million West Virginians wills you to victory.
I don't think I've ever seen this place as alive as it is tonight.
This is as loud a building as we have been in this season.
There's no place like it.
They're going wild here at the Coliseum.
Single game tickets are on sale now at WVUGame.com.
At iTech Technology Solutions in Parkersburg, we provide the equipment and services to help businesses work better. One of the ways is with advanced alarm technologies. We've been helping businesses, schools, churches, and homes stay safe and secure since 1996. From video monitoring and access control to burglary and fire protection, iTech Advanced Alarm Technologies can keep your property and, more importantly, your people safe and secure. Call us today and find out how iTech and Advanced Alarm Technologies can customize a security solution for you.
At One Community, we know you're spending more time at home lately. From snow days to sick days, One Community has you covered. With our online banking and mobile app, you can manage your accounts, pay bills, make deposits, apply for loans, even open a new account. It's easy, safe, and secure from anywhere on your time. So stay warm, stay well, stay home. Visit onecommunityfcu.org to get started now. One Community Federal Credit Union, ready for your future.
America is built on the backs of individuals who work hard.
Dedicated people who expect as much from their tools and equipment as they do of themselves. Lift Safety is a brand that doesn't just help get the job done. It has the same never-quit attitude. Lift makes the products that allow you to focus on the job at hand. You can find a wide range of Lift Safety products right now at Fasteners and Supply in Mineral Wells. Lift Industrial Safety Gear. Protecting today, building for tomorrow.
If you're in search of a unique gift or an original piece to finish your own special collection, visit the Rustic House Antique Mall. Over 30 vendors across 5,000 square feet of clean indoor space, featuring glass, vintage clothing, primitives, furniture, recycled yard art, and so much more. New items arrive daily. Shop in person or join us for live sales Mondays at 6 p.m. on Facebook. The Rustic House Antique Mall, 2909 Murdoch Avenue in Parkersburg.
Get the power to know more about your money so you can do more with it. Here's your dashboard. Look at all your accounts, track your spending, and customize savings and debt payoff goals. Search transactions based on words or tags like dining out. Check your cash flow daily. Green means money coming in, red means money going out. And you can also set up alerts. Explore My Finance today and get the power to know more about your money. Community Bank.
This is must-see TV. Are you not entertained?
Need a job or just looking for a change? Move Staffing can help. From entry level to executive, we will find you a position that best suits your skills and experience. These are great paying, permanent positions. Let us find the perfect career for you. We do it all at no cost for job seekers. We're locally owned and operated with a staff that has been here since day one. Voted the best staffing agency in the Mid-Ohio Valley 3 years in a row. Stop by and see us in Marietta, Vienna, or Cambridge, or call today. It's time to make the move.
Dig in at Tiber Way Grill in Marietta. Grab a delicious appetizer while you watch the game, or have a seat in our dining room and eat your meal in comfort. Swing in on Saturdays and Sundays for our Bloody Mary brunch. Our menu is full of options to satisfy anyone's palate. Plus, follow us on Facebook to see our specials throughout the week. Try something new and tasty at the Tiber Way Grill, located on Tiber Way in downtown Marietta.
Have you heard that Colonial House Senior Living in Parkersburg is the fun place to be for senior independent living? Whether it's a large celebration or a small get-together, there is always something to do at Colonial House. We pride ourselves on keeping our residents active and social while maintaining their independence. Call today and schedule your tour, 304-428-6575. Come and see why Colonial House is senior living at its finest. 23rd Street in Parkersburg near PHS.
Fast Eddie's Title and License Service in Vienna is the solution to the long lines and extended wait times in getting your vehicle registration. No appointment needed. No renewal notice needed. You can do it over the phone in most cases. Walk out with your new registration and sticker. Call or stop by Fast Eddie's Title and License Service in Vienna today.
I understand your love for the outdoors, and I have the best motorcycle and side-by-side rates in the market. Protect your bike and buggy with the leader in side-by-side and motorcycle insurance. Call Nathan Alfred Insurance today.
evening, everybody, and welcome to the Rod Oldham Athletic Center, the campus of Parkersburg South High School, as we are getting set for the annual meeting between the Parkersburg South Patriots and the Parkersburg High School Big Reds on the wrestling mat. Glad to have you along for the ride. Sitting along the ride with me is Bobby Roberts. And Bobby, glad to have you here. First off, you are a longtime wrestling guy in the Mid-Ohio Valley, and you've been on the edge of your seat for the last 90 minutes getting ready for this broadcast.
Well, I've been on the edge of my seat ever since you asked me to do this, man. And I'll be honest with you, this is the most excited I've been for a wrestling match since about 1995.
We've got both teams are coming in. South is what South has always been, and that's just been a powerhouse. PHS has their work cut out for them tonight, but when these two, give me the key to the cliche barn right out of the gate. Anytime these two teams meet, throw the records out the window.
Yeah, there's going to be some dogfights out here tonight. PHS hasn't won this dual meet since 2008, and I believe that's the last year they won a state title. Usually the winner of this match is going to go get a state title, and sometimes the loser goes and gets the state title. So we're going to see some intense action here tonight, regardless of where these teams are ranked. And South, of course, is coming off a disappointing season last year where they finished 5th, and that's unusual for them. They haven't been that low for years and years. So they're looking to bounce back and get to the top of the podium this year.
Looking up and down these rosters, tell me some of the guys you're looking at tonight.
Well, I've got some matchups marked here. There's some that could go either way. There's some that are going to be lopsided, but a couple that I'm looking forward to. Of course, we're looking forward to Gage Wright right out of the gate.
Sure.
Gage is a 2-time defending state champion.
We're going to start at 175, so Gage is up first.
That's correct. We're going to get the big dog out there to start tonight. And Gage is wrestling really well. He didn't place at the Ironman this year, but he was just a week out of a state playoff run on the football field. But he won the Beast of the East. He finished second at the Powerade, lost a close decision 5-3 to the #1 recruit in the country at that weight class, wow. Rocco Welsh, who's committed to Ohio State. And in fact, South is going to the winner's choice this weekend to set up another match between Gage and Rocco. But the rumor has it, Rocco's ducking him and has a shoulder injury. So we'll see how that goes. But aside from the Gage Wright match, I'm looking forward to Micaiah Claudio and CJ Carotis. That's going to be a good matchup. Carotis is one of
Carotis.
CJ Carotis, my bad. And he's one of PHS's good young wrestlers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to
also, we've got Simon Enboden versus Brady Roberts. That matchup could go either way.
That's at 126.
That's at 126. 138 could be the marquee matchup of the night. Ryan Martin, who got 5th last season, and Jesse Showalter, who got 3rd last season. And that's going to be a tough matchup.
Please rise and honor America.
And we are going to have the national anthem before we get underway.
Presents our national anthem.
Brian?
With our national, yeah.
I wish I could sing like that.
With that, we've got a fantastic crowd here at the ROAC tonight. Pretty full on both sides. I mentioned earlier the student section is packed for senior night here for these South wrestlers.
Let's meet the participants for tonight.
As We're going to meet the wrestlers for tonight.
106 pounds. Corbin Phillips, Parkersburg South wins by 4.
And this isn't always an exciting thing. I like to see how each kid enters, comes to the middle. Some of them walk, some of them bounce, But I like to always see the excitement. South goes down, touches all the hands down the team line. It's an interesting thing to watch here.
And at 106, Corbin Phillips already won by forfeit as PHS has put somebody. I have shoes that weigh 106 pounds. I couldn't tell you the last time I had anything to do with 106 pounds.
And the lowest weight class once upon a time was 103. And then there was a time before that, I believe it went as low as 96. So that just goes to show you how evolution take hold of, there's just not very many kids in high school that wrestle that weigh less than 100 pounds anymore. And it's getting very hard for these teams to fill the 106 weight class, as you can see with PHS.
Parkersburg South, Nathan Murphy.
Nathan Murphy's a good young wrestler. He's going to be exciting to watch. He spends some time at Team Miron in Dublin, Ohio. And that's a place where Braxton Amos and some of the better South wrestlers have trained. If you're spending time up there, you're probably pretty good.
Kyle Wheeler.
157.
At 165.
157's Kyle Wheeler. He's a senior coming off the football field.
At 175.
Trent Bush is the Ravenswood transplant. He's new to the South squad.
The guy you're looking for tonight, he'll wrestle right out of the gate, is Gage Wright. 175.
And I think Gage sleeps in the referee's position. And then when his alarm clock goes off in the morning, he fires out in a stand-up.
Wow.
Now, I got to tell you this. I borrowed that joke from a comedian named Greg Warren. And I learned from a good friend of mine, always cite your source.
That's a solid credo to live by. Cite your sources.
Tonight is Jeremy Callan.
I was going to wear my headgear tonight, but I didn't figure the
headphones. No, it probably doesn't do well with the headphones. PHS coached by Matt Littleton. South coached by Sean Smith.
And I bet the two of them would like to get out there and wrestle each other.
It looks like they could. Just get them a singlet and send them out there and see what happens.
Brian, there's been some years where they probably could have scheduled this thing out in the back parking lot. And the same amount of fans would show up, and it would be the same kind of atmosphere, except there'd be a little more blood time,
I was going to say, it's like in one of those rings with headlights and do it that way.
Starting tonight at 175 for Parkersburg, Siler Marks. For Parkersburg South, Gage Wright.
All right, a little bit of excitement here with the two football buddies, the quarterback and the running back with the big chest bump in the middle. These guys do not lack enthusiasm or confidence.
Gage Wright at 175. He's built like a cinder block.
Yeah, he's the real deal. He's one of the latest in the line of these South wrestlers with the big blast double that's really making waves nationally and winning tournaments. That here he goes for another one of his quick pins. This one's going to be 13 seconds with the quick finish for Gage Wright.
My goodness.
Well, I knew that wasn't going to be fun for whoever he came out here to wrestle, because he's really riding a hot streak, like I said, coming off a 2-point loss to the #1 ranked kid in the country that he had a chance to win as time expired.
So we'll go on up to 190.
Here comes South's quarterback off of their state runner-up team. This is Robert Shockey
against Akeem Bivens.
Akeem Bivens. And there's the all-white shoes I was telling you about.
Usually look out for the white shoes.
Yeah, when a guy shows up wearing all whites, he's probably the deal.
Shockey aggressive right out of the gate, pushing Bivens right out of the circle.
Yep, and these blast doubles, I think that's the attack of the guy that just feels like he's got the upper hand on a kid that may not be as talented.
Already up 6-0? Or is that the team score?
That's the team score.
The
bottom score, there's the individual. Shockey looks like he's going to go alternate start here, maybe turn him loose and try for another takedown. I think this is one of those matches where South feels like they have a sure pin, but Robert coming off a football season,
wants to work a little bit.
He's trying to shake off some rust.
Got to get in wrestling shape.
Yep. He's got him bundled up there on his back. Not much you can do from that position once you get the arms folded across from you on your front on the back. But you see him posting the head down, working the front headlock. And South's very schooled at this. They work that loose front headlock where they can create misdirection, and not necessarily looking for falls off of that, but looking for ways to cover and score takedowns.
Shockey, another takedown, up 9-2.
You can see him looking to the coaches, and they're giving him the thumbs down sign to put him away. Brian, what's amazing is these two teams are responsible for 46 team state championships between the two of them.
That's ridiculous.
That's amazing. And South has recently passed PHS with 25, PHS with 21. And of course, PHS had a little head start between 48 and I think 65 when South was built. They also have 270 individual state champions between them. 270.
Ridiculous.
158 for PHS, 112 for South.
Here at 2:15, we've got Elder for PHS against Morris for South.
And I know both of these young men well. Aiden Morris is the son of Bobby Morris, the Patriot Wrestling Club coach. And Adam Elder is on the bottom there, fighting off a half Nelson. Morris working that head clamp, pulling him around. Looks like he's working for potentially a near side cradle. Elder keeps working the tripod up, and Morris is doing a good job keeping him broke down flat and controlling that inside wrist. Now he's got the leg in, a little cross-body ride. And Morris with that left knee brace on, not sure how comfortable that is to ride the left leg in. 1 minute into the first period, you see Morris here putting a little cross face, a little bit of physicality on the big
just
red
trying to get
wrestler.
out of the period.
He goes with the shoulder turn. He's going to collect his near fall. Now we're looking for a fall right on the edge of the mat. And there's our third fall in a row for Parkersburg South. And that's why, Brian, they started at 175 to come out here. They knew they could get a couple quick pins, build some momentum, get the crowd involved before they get to the more competitive matches in these lower weights.
So 3 straight pins for the Patriots to get this meet underway. And we'll go to 285. Davies for PHS and Arthur for South.
Bryson Arthur, and he's a transplant from Calhoun County, and you know they've grown big and strong out there.
That's farm strong, right?
Yep, and he works the front headlock. You see South works this front headlock a lot, very effective. He's going to turn him loose and play for another takedown.
Davies
calling
just trying to get loose out of here.
And Arthur working a tight waist, got him broke down flat there. Looking to his coaches for a little bit of guidance, and I think they're giving him the go-ahead to cut him loose again, score another takedown. Another match here where you've got to use these opportunities to experiment a little bit, try new things that maybe you've been working on in practice, and work on your conditioning and shake off some ring rust being early in the season.
Because sooner or later, you're going to run into somebody that you're going to go 6 minutes with.
Right. Again, Arthur on top, working that inside wrist, working out to the side, trying to isolate that arm, maybe pull it out for an arm lever or a turkey bar. Now he works the arm bar in, goes to the far side wrist. Now this is where you're in trouble. Once that shoulder passes your ear, it's probably lights out. South going for their 4th pin in a row here. There it is. 4 in a row. And I think that was expected, and that was a strategic, well, not necessarily a strategic move. I believe it was a flip of the coin or the draw of a puck that got them to start at 175, but that definitely worked out in Parkersburg South's favor.
Parkersburg South, Corbin Phillips wins by
So we move back down to the lower weights, so 106. And Corbin Phillips will win his match by forfeit. So that'll put us to 113. CJ Caritas from South.
113 for Parkersburg. CJ Caritas for Parkersburg South. Claudio.
Micaiah Claudio. I was wondering how he's going to pronounce that. Micaiah Claudio.
All right, and I think we're going to get to see a little bit more than a first period here, hopefully. Shake of the hands, and here we go. You see these lighter weight guys, they move with a little more pace, a little more urgency, and they're going to wrestle from distance a little bit more than some of the big weight classes. You see they're working collar tie, fighting the hand position, and that's a constant you'll see here tonight. That's probably the foundation of what both of these teams do on their feet is the hand fighting. You'll see them fighting for hand control.
Now, Bobby, are the smaller guys usually better conditioned than the bigger guys to go 2 and 3 rounds?
There's a takedown for the Parkersburg South wrestler. You know, I've never really noticed a big difference in the conditioning as far as cardiovascular endurance, maybe more so the quickness and the speed and the agility.
Claudio for South leads 2-0 here in the first minute in. Team score, South has all the wins, 30-0.
And you see Caritas with the short sit, and he keeps turning, and he's making it very hard for the South wrestler to keep pace and keep covering the hips. Not a lot of action here. The South wrestler trying to control a wrist, and you see Caritas here working for that hand control on the bottom and that back pressure. That's the most important thing that you're going to see when these kids are wrestling on the mat. You've got to have hand control, and you've got to work backwards. Work your back pressure backwards to create openings for escape.
Inside 30 seconds left here in the first
and you
period.
See the South wrestler, Claudio's got both boots in, trying to stretch him out. He's got good hand control. Carruthers has got him shaking off the top here. 13 seconds to get an escape. South wrestlers high, out the back door. Carruthers for the reversal. 2-2.
There you go. We're 2-all as the first period is going to come to a close.
And that was crucial for the Big Red wrestler, not just to tie the match, but really give him a boost in confidence going to the second period.
So Caritas and Claudio are knotted up at 2 after the first period.
Now we've got some action, Brian.
There we go. We're going to see a second period.
Yes, South wrestler chooses the bottom position.
PHS still looking for their first victory tonight. We're at 113.
And I'm not sure what grade Claudio is in, but Caritas, I believe, is a sophomore. And
he's a freshman.
Freshman. Okay, so he's going to be around for a while, and he looks like he's got some real ability out here. He's in on a single. Oh, I'm sorry. He was okay. There was an escape and a takedown. I missed the escape because I was too busy talking.
Caritas now leads 4-3.
4-3 Caritas. And like I said, that reversal at the end of the first period built some confidence in him and kind of changed his demeanor there.
Yeah, right at the end of the period.
He's got the bar in, but he's got the bar in the tight waist in while Claudio is on his knees. He's got the bar with the left arm. He's got the half Nelson with the right, working from the inside wrist on the right to the half. He's got him on the right, break him down flat. And the key here is for Claudio, once
he's on his back.
Once that shoulder goes past the ear, you're in trouble.
That's a bridge.
Two near fall for Caritas.
Caritas up 6-3.
And Claudio, what's some hard it takes to fight off your back in a situation like that?
That was impressive.
And that's an uncomfortable hold to be put in.
Oh.
An arm bar and a half or an arm bar and a wrist, usually it's pretty tight and it's constricting and it's tough to get out of. So good fight by the South wrestler there.
25 seconds left in the period.
6-3 Caritas. Action, a little lull in the action here. I think both guys trying to gather themselves. And you see where I'm talking about the back pressure with Claudio. See how his butt, Caritas is pushing his butt forward and keeping him from getting that back pressure and to break him down flat here and create openings for himself.
These two are going to war, and we're going to see a third period. Caritas for PHS leads Claudio from South 6-3.
Yep, and that's why I had a star next to this one. I figured this would be a good one. Both guys well-conditioned, both guys well-coached. Caritas from the bottom, not much explosion from the bottom. Claudio did a good job stymieing his first move, but he's got that short sit. Now he's cleared his hips, trying to fight the head free. Reaching for a single. Now they're on their feet and they're neutral. And that makes it 7-3 Caritas, who's in deep on a double and gets a takedown. That's 8-3. Caritas is taking over here.
CJ Caritas for the Big Reds in control of this match now, 9-3, dragging him back into the circle.
Yep, he's playing big brother. They're dragging him back. Get back here. It looks like PHS has a good young wrestler on their hand here. He's going to cut him loose and play for another takedown. 9-4, Caritas.
Closing in on a minute left in the match.
Claudio stuffs his shot, sets up the front headlock. The key here is to keep those feet moving. Once you get that front headlock, if your feet become stationary, that you're going to go to Sucker Drag City.
Now Claudio has to know he's way behind on points. Does he have to try and go for a pin, or is he just trying to not get pinned at this point?
You know, he's trying to keep it within 8 so he doesn't give up the major decision. But, of course, these wrestlers are always trying to win. They're going to try to get the pin. Caritas is up 11-5, 6-point lead. And his coach is anxious for him to get another takedown and get that major decision, which would give them that one extra team point. Caritas in on the head outside single. He elevates it, and he's got the takedown. 13-5. And their coaches can be happy with that. They say just finish out the ride here. And
15 seconds left.
That was a quick stalling call, in my opinion, but when your coaches are over there telling you to just ride him out.
8-point lead for Caritas with 14 seconds left in this third period. The PHS is going to get their first win of this duel tonight.
Caritas just riding a wrist and an ankle, trying to run this time out. And that's going to do it. PHS is on the board.
So a 13-5 win for CJ Caritas.
At 120 for Parkersburg.
So we'll go on to 120.
For South, Uriah Morris.
Brian Gregory for PHS, Uriah Morris for South.
Morris and Gregory.
So how many points does PHS get for that one?
4 points.
4, so it'll be 30-4.
Yes, sir. And here we go, no feeling out process here. Gregory in on the head outside single. Sits him to his butt. He's running, he traps the ankle. He's closing in on, oh, that was a funky little roll there by Morris. Now Morris comes up with a boot in. Gregory's got his arm inside the boot. If he can clear that arm, that'll be 2 for Morris. That was a slick little roll. I didn't see that coming.
That was nice.
Morris riding that far ankle. Once he clears that, if he can clear that Gregory's left arm from inside his leg. Oh, and Gregory changes the position. Wow.
I'm just excited because you're excited.
Both guys have been in bad positions and somehow escaped, and we remain neutral. 45 seconds into the first period. No lack of action here.
You said watch out for the guys with the all-white shoes. What about the all-red?
Oh, those are hot. I like them. The new Rudis. Rudis is a new shoe manufacturer in the game. See a lot of the top-level guys. Kyle Snyder wears Rudis. Ear-to-ear collar tie. He's working under the front headlock there. If you sit here too long, sucker drags there for the South wrestler.
What's a sucker drag?
That's when he'll reach across to the far elbow and swim over the back. Next time I see it, I'll show you. There was a sucker drag in the last match. Caritas hit Claudio with a sucker drag to get a takedown. Gregory again in on the single. There's the 2. There's the 2.
Finally on the board with 23 seconds left.
And then gets himself called for locking hands. He didn't break the hands around the body lock in time. 1 point for South.
23 seconds left here in this first period. 2-1.
Brian Gregory, 2-1. Morris with a Granby attempt, reaching over the head. Not always a good thing, but he's got the head and arm. 2 point. No, he has not awarded the reversal yet. And that's a good thing because Morris lost the position.
Uh-oh.
Now he's being stacked to his back.
Oh, he's going to squeeze out of it as time is going to expire in this first period.
Wow, and that's what makes the officiating so hard in this sport is the quick change of positions, especially these smaller guys. Gregory got 2 quick swipes when he had Morris stacked up there and got 2 near fall. And Morris responds with the near reversal, which could have went either way. The ref called him out of bounds. We restart South wrestler bottom position.
Gregory got 2 points there, so it's 4-1
Yes.
PHS.
2 near falls.
As we start the second period here.
And Morris has been successful creating space with this Granby off the whistle. However, he's not following up. He's not chain wrestling. It's 1 move and then a break.
We're at 120 here.
Gregory goes with the neck crank, and he's put himself in bad position here.
Uh-oh.
Now he's got the front headlock, forearm across the neck. Boy, that looks tight. He's got good position. We see some physicality from Morris. Now we're neutral, 4-2. And there's a takedown for Morris. We're tied 4-4. Wow, we've got some action here.
We're at 120 pounds here in the second period, 4-all.
Morris has the half Nelson in, but he's on the wrong side of the body. He's got the inside wrist. There's a far knee, far ankle breakdown with some good top pressure. And you see Gregory's got good back pressure, building those hips back over his ankles, working backwards into. And Morris is having a hard time keeping Gregory's hips covered.
Looks like he's trying to get getting a half or a full on him. I can't really see up underneath
Full Nelson is illegal. Looks like he's got an inside wrist with his left. There goes the half on the other side. Once that shoulder passes the ear, you're in. Boy, there's some flexibility from young Mr. Gregory, some flexibility and some toughness.
Got blood?
Looks like we have got some, man, this one's exciting. I'm sweating bullets over here.
25 seconds left in the second period. We're full all, and Brian Gregory has some blood coming out of his nose here, so we have an official timeout. We're at 120 pounds, started the night at 175, worked up through heavyweight. Now we're coming from the bottom up, so we still have 126, 132, 138, 144, 150, 157, and 165 to go in this crosstown showdown duel here at the ROAC. Brian Guthrie along with Bobby Roberts.
If those first 4 were kind of anticlimactic, boy, this one has got the crowd into it, got me into it. You're into it.
I'm into it. That's South started with 4 first period pins, including Gage Wright in 13 seconds.
And this is
then a forfeit.
Brian, this is sorry to step on you there.
You're right.
This is a huge 25 seconds right here to close the second period. If one of these guys can score, that's going to give them confidence going into the third period. So I believe if one of these guys scores in the next 25 seconds, he's probably the one that's going to win the match. That's just my prediction.
So we've got a nostril taped up. We've got everybody swabbed off. We've got the mat wiped up. Let's wrestle.
Let's wrestle. Morris does a good job stopping Gregory's first move off the bottom. See how he's getting his hips fall to the mat? That's a bad move. You, as a top wrestler, if your hips touch the mat, it better be momentarily, and you better recover.
10 seconds to go in the period.
And this would be a good ride out if Morris can hold him here.
3, 2, 1.
Very good.
And no score. You said whoever scored was going to have a big advantage, and we have no score. 4-4 as we go to the third.
And Red's going to take the bottom with the opportunity here to score and take the lead. Morris has been doing a good job stopping Gregory's first move. I'm not a big fan of the half Nelson on the far side.
Uriah Morris, one of the seniors that was honored before the duel tonight, out here wrestling against PHS for probably the last time here at 120 pounds against Brian Gregory.
And these big reds seem to be well schooled at this short sit and then turning in and creating space. And the South guys just having.
Morris looking to finish him off.
Morris has got 3 near fall in the pocket. Now he's working for the pin. He's in a very good position here. Parkersburg PHS wrestlers, see that left elbow trying to squeeze through between the bodies. That's it. Oh. And a pin by Morris. That's a huge win for Parkersburg South. That's one that we thought out of the gate could have went either way.
At 126 for Parkersburg, Simon Inboden for Parkersburg South, Brady Roberts.
Here's another good matchup, Brian. This one's going to be Brady Roberts, who's a past state champion for Parkersburg South, taking on Simon Inboden. Simon Inboden's coming off a second place finish at the MSAC tournament.
5 pins and a forfeit for South so far tonight. 1 victory for PHS by points.
And I think that last match was a victory for the fans. That was one heck of a
You got your money's
wrestling
worth
match.
out of that one, didn't you?
That was fantastic.
So here at 126, Simon Inboden for PHS and Brady Roberts for South.
And you've got some really talented wrestlers here, so you might see a little bit of a feeling out process. Both of these guys, you look for a little slide by there by Inboden, and Brady Roberts repays the favor with a slide by. Here's the dump. Excellent finish. Excellent finish. See, I use that change of direction with the slide by one way and then the high crotch dump going the other way.
I'm going to name a band High Crotch Dump, I think.
That's a good idea. I might name my band that. Brady Roberts at work and got the near leg clamped and a near wrist.
2-0 Roberts for South.
Here's Inboden back to his feet. He's got a single elevated.
What do you do with that? Just dive out of the circle.
And there's an escape for Inboden, or yes, an escape for Inboden.
2-1 South.
Back to our feet, and these guys are going to be fun to watch on their feet. They seem to be very similar. They're trying to hit the same moves. There's Brady Roberts underneath on a single. He split the legs. Parkersburg wrestlers draped over the back, grabbing an ankle, looking for something funky.
So I've noticed, especially with the South wrestlers, looking to the bench for instructions and whatnot, and that's more than I thought would happen in the heat of a match.
Well, and it's not always a good thing, but when a wrestler's in control, it's not a bad thing. If a wrestler's looking to the bench because he doesn't know what to do, that's bad. However, I believe Brady's looking to his bench for ideas.
All right.
You know, he's got the opportunity to be creative out there. And
we'll go to the second period, 4-2 in favor of Roberts.
4-1.
4-1.
4-1 Roberts, who's on the bottom. Simon Inboden, top position. Riding the opposite side. He's clamped down on the right leg of Brady Roberts. Looking to slide a boot in, and you can see how Brady's working that back pressure, keeping good hand control. Seems Inboden's got him broken down flat here. In comes the half and an inside thigh pry, back to the tight waist.
Inboden really
a good ride here by Inboden.
The first 30, 35, 40 seconds of this period.
I see a good ride, but I don't see a lot of offense here. However, I'm not seeing a lot from Brady Roberts here, so there's an escape for Brady. I could see the official getting a little antsy there. I think he wanted to call somebody for stalling. We had an escape just in time. 5-1 Brady Roberts building his lead.
Closing in on minutes ago in the second period here at 126.
Inboden with a nice shot and penetration, but Brady Roberts has got the neck and reversed him with a neck crank, a shoulder-type neck crank. Now he's got him flat. Saturday Night Ride, and it's over. Brady Roberts with the pin. And he's hamming it up out there, giving him the Hulk Hogan ear. Let's hear it, Parkersburg South. Welcome back, Brady Roberts. It's good to see you back on the mat, young man.
At 132.
So South wins match 6 of 7.
For Parkersburg South, Derek Sandy.
6 of the first 7 have gone to South.
And South's really building the momentum, and that's going to help these wrestlers in these tight matches.
So at 132, Derek Sandy will wrestle for South.
Freshman
Jeremiah Schaefer.
Freshman Derek Sandy. I wrestled with Derek's dad back in the early 90s, and he was very talented. And boy, his son looks just like him.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Probably a bad thing. But Jeremiah Schaefer here, he's had some good wins here recently. Sandy in on the single, head outside single. Elevates, changes to the double, cuts the corner, locks him up straight into a cradle. And you see these guys are a little bit excited. And you see their nerves. They'll come back to earth here in a minute. Sandy had the opportunity to lock up the cradle right there, but he just got in a hurry.
Sandy gets 2 points. So they'll reset at 1:31 here in the first. 2-0 Sandy for South on top.
Working the 2-on-1. He's broken down flat. And you see that's a common theme here. That's an effective maneuver from the top is to break the guy flat and work a 2-on-1. That's 2 hands on one wrist. On either side, you isolate one of the table legs to keep this guy flat. To his feet comes Schaefer, working those hands, and he's out 2-1. And Schaefer has been offensive and taken some shots, not necessarily good shots, and Sandy has created his first takedown was off of a reshot.
Yeah.
He's in on the head outside single, sits him to his butt, turns the corner and goes the other way.
They'll go outside the circle with 47 seconds on the clock here in the first.
Another 2 for Sandy. I can see the young man's confidence growing here. I think he feels like he's in control. Nerves are he's coming back to earth. That heart rate's coming down. You see when these guys come out at the beginning of the match, sometimes they're real jittery and fired up.
4-1 in favor of South here at 1:32. And Schaefer trying to spread his hands out.
Yep, you want to keep those arms out wide to prevent them from getting folded up underneath you. When you get them folded up underneath you, that's when you're at risk of being turned. Another escape for Schaefer here. He's within a takedown, 4-2. 20 seconds here. Again, these short time situations. Another takedown for the South wrestler. When you get scored on with inside of 20 seconds left in a tight match, that's debilitating mentally.
3, 2, 1, and that is going to do it for the first period. And with Derek Sandy from Parkersburg South leading 6-2. We'll go to the second period.
It looks like I just saw looked like the referee called stalling on red. Dead ball penalty. I've never seen that. I'm not sure what that was for. Little lull in the action here.
Getting some shoestrings taped up.
And I think you can see Coach Smith here telling his young man, hey, you just calm down. Do what you're doing. Relax a little bit. Get an opening here for a finish and look for a fall.
So 6-2 the score for Derek Sandy from South here at 1:32 going to the second period.
Freshman, another guy, just like Caritas, that's going to be around for a while. Derek Sandy, I look forward to hearing his name over the next 4 years. There's an escape for Sandy, and we're out of bounds, 7-2.
Schaefer seems to be a little rattled for PHS. He hasn't been able to get any kind of leverage or momentum going in this match.
And that can happen when you're against a guy where clearly there's another takedown for Sandy, that Sandy's having no trouble getting deep penetration and taking Schaefer to the mat. However, he's proven unable to finish him, to turn him, get any near fall. And you see Schaefer's shot there. He's just kind of a straight-on, more of a dive attempt. And against good wrestlers, that's just not going to be very successful, especially wrestlers like to come out of South, have good head, hands defense. They down block. You take a bad shot, you're usually going to get punished for it.
7-2, Sandy leads Schaefer here at 1:32.
Certainly not out of the match by any means, especially against a young Derek Sandy that young wrestlers make mistakes. And that's how you come from behind and win matches from behind. You got to capitalize on people's mistakes. But however, this headlock, that didn't look like a mistake. No turn. He gets 2 near fall. I'm sorry, I didn't see the 2 swipes.
9-2 now for Derek Sandy from Parkersburg South.
Derek Sandy seems to be in firm control here. He's got Schaefer broken down. Here comes Schaefer back to his feet.
You jinxed him.
I know, he's got plenty of fight in him. The takedown defense is just not there, unfortunately.
40 seconds left here in the second period.
And I think this is one of those matches where you may see Derek Sandy start playing some takedowns and see if he can get a technical fall. I just don't see him have any luck turning Schaefer. Schaefer's a very scrappy guy on the mat.
11-3 the score, 20 seconds left in the period.
Got the arm bar.
South bench.
They got excited when they saw that arm bar go in. Here comes the South crowd.
As the second period's going to come to a close as Schaefer gets back to his feet. But he's got quite the hole in front of him at 11-3.
Red choice to start the third period, fighting out of an 11-3 hole. I've seen some crazy stuff happen in third periods in PHS South matches. Armbar comes in for Sandy. Schaefer does a good job fighting out back flat. I'm not seeing a lot of back pressure from the bottom man, nor hand control, and that's making it easy for every time I say Sandy's in control, Schaefer gets an escape. I'm not going to say it.
I'm going to say it this time.
Good top pressure. You see the shoulder there driving into the middle of the back, keeping the bottom man broken down flat. He keeps working for this arm bar. That seems to be the only offense right now.
So when you're flat on your stomach like that, how do you get out of it?
Don't get there.
All right. That's a good strategy.
We've got another stalling call on the red wrestler. And we're out of bounds with 1 minute and 4 seconds left. 11-3 lead for South wrestler. And that second stalling call awards the Parkersburg South wrestler with 1 point.
12-3 for Derek Sandy from Parkersburg South. I guess I'm a little lost with you're flat on your stomach, you're stuck there, you're not stalling, you can't move.
Well, and that is true sometimes, and sometimes a referee will take into consideration if a guy's just getting dominated. But in this match, I haven't seen a lot of action on the mat from either wrestler. You see the South guy putting in an arm bar here and there, but the key is for him to clear the hips, and he can give the illusion that he's looking for offense when really he's looking for the time to dissipate.
He's trying to catch his breath.
Right.
Inside 30 seconds to go here in this third period. Sandy's going to win.
And young Mr. Schaefer's got plenty of fight in him. There's just some fundamental flaws there that could really help his game, like the takedown defense, a little bit of back pressure on the bottom, and some hand control.
So this will be our second match to go the distance here. So we're inside 10 seconds left. And Derek Sandy from Parkersburg South is going to pick up the victory here at 132.
One last escape for Jeremiah Schaefer.
12-4. Another victory for South here.
All right, up next is our marquee matchup, Brian. I think we've got Ryan Martin and Jesse Showalter. This one should be a barn burner.
138, Showalter from PHS, Ryan Martin from Parkersburg South.
Ryan Martin's a 5th place finisher in the state last year. Jesse Showalter is a 3rd place finisher in the state last year. So look for both of these guys in Huntington to be climbing the podium.
So a potential slobber knocker here at 138.
This should be a good one. I like the physical approach of both guys out of the gate.
And Martin, he's got the all-white shoes.
He's got the all-whites. You got to watch out for these guys that come out there with the long hair, too. They've got the dueling knee sleeves. Martin in deep on a double. Can he finish? Oh, and we go out of bounds neutral. Could have finished right there. That was a good defensive maneuver. I don't know what you call that, kind of a catapult effort there by Showalter.
We'll call it the trebuchet.
That sounds good to me.
All right. I like the dueling knee pads. That's a good look.
Both guys tried for the inside trip there. Did Showalter. Now he's in deep on a double. That's 2. And you see the battle on the edge right there. A wrestler needs to have 2 supporting limbs inbounds to score the takedown, be it 2 toes, be it a toe and an elbow, a toe and a hand.
It's a 2-0 Showalter from PHS at 1:17 here in the first period.
Martin with the short sit, turn in. Oh, big mat return by Jesse Showalter. Looking for a far side cradle here, locked it up, but Martin broke it right away. Martin showed some strength there breaking that cradle. It looked like Showalter had him locked up there for a moment.
These guys look very evenly matched here a minute in.
These are both very good wrestlers. I think both of these guys have the potential to win a state title this year, and both of these guys could wrestle at the next level should they choose to. There. Oh, Martin with a quick reverse straight to the head. Underhook and head, and Showalter is dismayed. What an explosion by Ryan Martin. Well, he came off the bottom there, and Showalter just found himself in a bad position. And boy, that can happen sometimes. But once you get that headlock and an underhook cinched in that tight, it's lights out.
Well, we just start talking about how evenly matched they are, and all of a sudden one flip later, and it's another pin for South.
Yep. Either way, if you make a mistake against a good wrestler, it's usually lights out, even if you're good.
144, Braden Hedges for PHS.
Brayson Hedges.
Brayson, I'm sorry.
Brayson.
And Nathan Murphy for South.
Nathan Murphy, another freshman in the South Wrestling Room who spent some time at Miron in Dublin, Ohio. If you're wrestling up there, you're pretty solid. You see the quick takedown and an escape for the Big Red wrestler, Brayson Hedges.
Hedges with a shoulder brace on.
And that's the most commonly injured body part in wrestling, I believe, is the shoulder, because you use the arms and the hands so much. On the mat, off the mat, on your feet. You're reaching and you're putting your shoulders in a compromising position a lot of times. He's riding that front headlock, and he's got the short hook there on the left-hand side.
Both of them trying to get the back leg there.
Tried a little bowling ball action there. That bowling ball action is a very good move. It's a little more effective when you get them going one way, toss the other way. Now Nathan Murphy recovers and scores a takedown.
4-1 Murphy from South, up with 40 seconds to go here in the first.
And out of bounds, good sportsmanship there by Nathan Murphy to help the opposing wrestler back to his feet. I like to see that. Brayson Hedges off the bottom. He's in a 4-1 hole. Inadvertent whistle on the referee. He should have called a caution on himself.
We're at 1:44 here in the first period. 4-1 in favor of Murphy from Parkersburg South.
And I like seeing these young wrestlers on both squads. I like seeing these freshmen come out here and show some ability. It makes it's going to be exciting the next few years watching these guys develop. Murphy's got that ankle laced. That's an effective tactic there to prevent that short sit, which PHS has been very effective with tonight. Is the short sit and the turn in to clear the hips.
Hedges up back to his feet. Can't stay there. The period will end with Murphy leading 4-1 over Hedges.
We've got ourselves a match, Brian.
It seems like every time we say that, something crazy happens.
Well, Mr. Murphy chooses the bottom position to begin the second.
South has won every match thus far except for 113 that CJ Caritas won for the Big Reds. And we've only seen 2 matches go the distance tonight.
And a scramble out of bounds. Murphy nearly had the escape there, but the referee calls him OB. Murphy back to the center and back to the bottom. And that was a mistake last time there by Brayson Hedges. He went for that cradle and didn't get it, and Nathan Murphy escaped. So he's got it locked up. He's got the far side cradle locked up. He's hip to hip. He's in a good position, but Mr. Murphy's got some good defense here.
Where can Hedges go with this?
Really, he wants to pressure in hip to hip. If he would sit back right now, he's just in a tough position.
Murphy gets out.
Murphy's just a strong kid. He spends some time in the weight room. I know he looks thin out there, but that's a strong, angular young man.
There you go.
But realistically, in a perfect world, he wanted to sit him back to his back where he would have him cradled up and almost be laying parallel with him.
A whistle with a minute to go here in the second period. 5-1 in favor of Murphy from South. We're at 1:44 here.
And you see Murphy here, he's working some good little dekes and some setups. He's got the underhook on the left-hand side, and you see the right hand's fighting for position underneath there. Brayson Hedges, he has a very nice front headlock there. He had a front headlock to keep himself in position, but when those feet stop moving, you're going to get scored on almost every time.
Two more from Murphy. 7-1. Inside 30 seconds to go, second period.
And you see the hand fighting going on at all times on the mat, top, bottom, even on their feet. Another escape for Brayson Hedges. Murphy in deep on a head inside single. Turns the corner, scores the two. 9-2, into the second. Looks like Nathan Murphy is starting to establish dominance here.
9-2 in favor of Nathan Murphy from South. We're here at 1:44, headed to period 3. Again, we've only seen 2 matches tonight go the distance.
Brayson Hedges, bottom position. Nathan Murphy's going to go optional start. Works around to the short front headlock. Doesn't do much with it. Underhook right-hand side. He's got the overhook on the right tricep. He shoots underneath, kind of gets stuffed. And here's Hedges again in that front headlock, but you see how those feet are stagnant. He's not moving. There you go. He needs to create some movement here. The longer you sit right there, the more likely you are to get scored on.
Okay. You're giving us a setting target.
And in fact, and there's another bowling ball effort. However, he's doing that from a stationary front. And that just gives Nathan Murphy space to reach in and grab that leg. And he scores again.
11-3 for Murphy.
One of the keys, Brian, to great wrestling is feet, footwork.
I was going to go intro music, but I like where you're headed.
Well, intro music is probably number 2.
Okay. Or 1A.
I'd give it 1A. Well, you've got to establish that precedent, you know. Nathan Murphy's got the left boot in, got him broken down flat, just milking some clock here. But it looks like he's putting some punishment on him over there a little bit. Not too much. Got a little forearm across the back of the neck, a little cross face going there. Maybe looking for a little cross face cradle here. He's looking to the coaches over here for a little bit of guidance.
Are you looking to the coaches or are you looking at the clock? Because we're inside 30 seconds.
Well, he could have been looking at both. Nathan Murphy, look, I don't figure he was looking at the clock. He looks like he's in pretty good shape over there. I don't even think he's breathing hard.
We'll go to the last 27 seconds. Murphy up 11-3.
Yep, it's going to take a Hail Mary here for Brayson Hedges. He's going to have to escape, look for a big throw, maybe a headlock, but that's pretty tough to do. Nathan Murphy's got a pretty good top game here. He's got the arm isolated behind the back, going for a little tilt here. I saw a couple swipes. I don't see any points in the pocket. No swipes there. Close to a near fall situation. Going to be an 11-3 victory for Nathan Murphy.
South continues to roll, and we'll go to 150. Ethan Jones from PHS will take on Micaiah Powell from South.
Micaiah Powell, he's the grandson of a former Big Red great, And he wrestles for South, so we've got a little, that's an interesting dynamic.
It makes Thanksgiving awkward.
Micaiah's grandpa, Troy Owens, was a longtime coach for the Parkersburg Big Reds. He was also a state champion at PHS and an all-Army wrestler.
I love that you just know this stuff.
I'm a wrestler. And the guys I know about most are my heroes that I grew up watching, guys from PHS, guys from South, from the Tuttles to the Koreskis to the Rex Rhodes to my best friends growing up, the Higgins boys. Those are all Big Reds. And then on the South side, you got Scott Moores, you got Jason Bartons, you got guys that beat on me when I was a young man. That way I'd never forget them.
So we're underway here at 150. Jones from PHS, Powell from South.
Little feeling out process here. A lot of fighting for that head position. You see the forehead to forehead action. Fighting for the inside control. There's a good shot stuffed by Powell's shot stuffed by Jones. Now he's got him broken. See how he got that front headlock and then the feet didn't stop. As soon as he locked the front headlock up, he ran and scored. Good job by Ethan Jones right there. Oh, and he gets loose. Here comes Powell with a reversal, 2-2. Seems like these guys can hear me out there. Powell's got that left arm isolated, it looks like. Can't tell if he's got it barred. It looks like he's got it clear. There he goes back to this side. He's got the half Nelson on this side with the leg Turk. See how he's used his own leg to elevate his opponent's leg. He got 2 swipes there. That's going to be 2 near fall for Micaiah Powell to give him a 4-2 lead. We're out of bounds with 40.6 seconds left. It says third period up there, but I think this is the first period.
It's the first.
Powell with the good breakdown, looking to isolate this near arm. Got a little arm bar in there. It's only wrist deep, though. He's got the far wrist. He's got his opponent's right arm with his left wrist, and now he's running that bar around. If the shoulder passes the ear, Brian, he's in trouble. There it goes. He scoops the head.
To fight him off.
Boy, Jones showing a lot of fight and a lot of strength down there. Now, Powell, the thing is with Powell, whoa, he's only got 10 seconds. I was getting ready to say he had plenty of time. He should take his time, but I just wasn't paying attention.
It looks like Jones is going to escape this first period as Powell from South leads 4-2. Jones got very close to being finished off there late in the first.
Good fight off the bottom there. Powell had a good deep arm bar on him and had him run around to about 90 degrees. But Ethan Jones showed some good fight to stay off of his back.
2 more matches left after this one at 157 and 165.
And I think these next 3, including this one, are 3 that could, they're going to be up for grabs. They could go either way. See Jones there just holding on. Powell comes to his feet, a little bit of hand. There he goes with the short and a reverse. Good standing switch right there. That's one of the first moves you learn as a youth wrestler, and it always it'll work till you quit wrestling.
6'2" for Powell now.
It works at 5 years old, and it works at 25 in college. Of course, you got to set it up a little better. 6'2" Powell. Jones on the bottom, 1:15 left, second period. Powell having no problems keeping Ethan Jones broken down here.
Trying to get that shoulder over.
He's reached underneath there. He's got the hand. He's trying to bundle him up.
Jones again doing a good job fighting him off.
Yeah, Jones has got a good wide base right there. Just no hand control. If you don't get hand control off the bottom, the top guy's going to get hand control.
So with that elbow locked up, it's
imagine
just keep himself from getting turned.
Imagine he's a 4-leg table under there, and you take away 2 of his legs. The table's not going to stand very long. You're going to flip him on his top.
There it is.
And there's the pin for Micaiah Powell.
Another pin for South. Micaiah Powell, second period pin.
And you know, South is over here. They're enjoying this. And if PHS was putting it on South, they would be enjoying it as well. And I think that a lot of people in this area know that Parkersburg High School's got a good class coming through the middle school ranks right now. I think the next couple years, they're really going to close this gap, and we're going to get back to the matchups where they're barn burners, start to finish.
We've got Kyle Wheeler, one of the seniors for Parkersburg South, in there at 157, taking on Silas
Wotring. Gets a little warning there for the hands in the face. These guys coming in with a little bit of physicality, some hard hands here on their feet, the hard paws to the back of the head. Little slide by attempt there by Silas Wotring. Head inside single, he elevates it. Inside trip finish, big Matt. And there's two for Kyle Wheeler. I believe Kyle Wheeler was on that football team for South this year too.
I believe so.
That went all the way to the state championship game. Scott Wotring broke down flat. See him reaching under there going for that bundle too, and here he goes. He's got him turned halfway.
And you see a lot of, and I guess it goes to the team coaching, you see these guys, a lot of the same guys, or a lot of the same moves from these guys that they're going to kind of as kind of a finisher.
Right, and the thing is, they drill these things. They drill,
Yeah.
drill, you know, and do position wrestling where they practice from a certain position, how to finish from here, how to escape from here. There's an escape for Wotring.
It's like football, situational football. You have to practice.
Absolutely.
2-1 for Wheeler here at 157.
Wotring in on a shot. Head inside, he's rotated outside, he's worked down to the ankle, he's got him elevated. And there's two for Wotring to take the lead 3-2.
10 seconds left here in the first.
Escape attempt there by Kyle Wheeler. Again, one of those short time situations where the fact that he prevented Wheeler from scoring right there builds a little bit of confidence in him. Had Wheeler scored there, that Mo goes the other way.
Silas Wotring will take a 3-2 lead for the Big Reds into the second period here.
And he scored most recently, so I feel like he's got a little bit of momentum. He's feeling good about himself right now. If he can come off the bottom, well, South Wrestler's going to go to the bottom, his choice. Another caution on the referee. Next one's a point, ref. To his feet comes Wheeler.
His feet, yep.
Big mat return. Boy, if that referee was in position, he nearly got called for locking hands again. Not again, he hasn't been called, but from earlier in the duel. Working the inside wrist. And that's a key right there, top position. If you can control that inside wrist and the hips at the same time, you're in a real good spot. Bottom man's showing a lot of action here. He's been close to an escape a couple times. Wotring's going for a far side cradle. Nothing there. Near side cradle's right there if he wants it. Tried to slide a boot in there. Wheeler back to his feet. Oh, Merkel goes to the Merkel. He's getting the swipes, but Wheeler recovers. He did get two swipes. You're going to get two near fall for the Big Red Wrestler, and you're going to get one escape for Kyle Wheeler. We're 5-3. Good match here.
I like the Russian leg sweep. That was get him to the back, and it almost backfired.
That was like a Merkel. He slid that right leg in and came over with a head and arm headlock and threw him back. That's an aggressive move, but a lot of times that bottom man can use momentum to kick through that, and you saw that's what happened.
5-3 in favor of PHS here at 157. So we close in on 30 seconds left in the second period.
And Wotring is holding a good underhook position, but you see Wheeler clamping down with that right elbow to neutralize that and keep him square. Some good hand fight. Again, we're in that situation here with 20 seconds left. Whoever scores right here takes momentum to the third period. Good position here. Limp arms there for the South wrestler. You see the whizzer Big wrestler's got a whizzer. Oh, he's going for the muscle move, and that helped clear his head. That's a 2-point takedown for the South wrestler. 5-5, we're tied. The battle for hand control underneath. No change.
The third, knotted at 5. This is one of the ones you said could probably go either way here late in the duel.
Yep, and Wheeler right there getting that late takedown. That gives him some confidence, but he hasn't had much success holding Silas Wotring on the mat.
Wotring for PHS, Wheeler for South. 5 all into the third.
Drops down to the ankle. And you can't sit here too long. This'll get you in trouble here too. Knees turned in an awkward position. Hard to believe my knees used to be able to do that.
All mine do is sound like a pepper mill at this point.
Wotring back to the bottom, 5-5. We've got a good match here. Claw right underneath for Wheeler. Not a lot of burst off the bottom by Wotring, and this is the first time that Wheeler has had him broken down flat for a little while here. He's got the inside wrist. You see that thumb under and out. He cleared that easily.
Wotring trying to get his hands spread out. Wheeler not letting him do it.
Every time he does that thumb under and out, I can still hear Mike Litton yelling, "Thumb under and out!" That's been drilled into every Cougar wrestler since the beginning of time. Wheeler not doing much here, just killing some time. In fact, wow, the Big Red wrestler's called for stalling underneath here, and of course he hasn't been doing much, but the top man isn't doing much either. So
for a minute left here in the third. Still 5 all.
Maybe Silas is saving up some energy for a late burst here. Wheeler's had this armbar locked up a couple times with no luck getting him turned to his back. This is in deep now. He goes the opposite way and pulls him to his back. Good move by the South wrestler there. He's getting the swipes now. He's going to get 3 near fall here. He can.
30 seconds.
Now this is not a situation to get yourself in a hurry here. You can hold him in near fall criteria forever if you choose. So this is a good spot to kill some time. And I think he's got the bottom man. He's got the bottom man kind of in a precarious situation here.
So it gets his 3 near fall points, and that will put Wheeler up 8-5 with 16 seconds left.
Tough hole to overcome, but an escape and a takedown takes you to overtime.
Wotring's got to get something done here. Clock's inside 10.
Looks like the gas tank's running low, Brian. And Kyle Wheeler is going to pick up a huge win for Parkersburg South.
8-5. Wheeler is the winner at 157. Only our 4th match tonight to go the distance. And we'll go one more time with 165. Parker Cole from PHS, Trenton Bush from Parkersburg South.
And Trent Bush, he's a guy I don't know a lot about here, but I was at the Patriot Club last night about 7 p.m., and he was in there. So that must have been after their practice, so he's in there putting in some extra work. Trent Bush, Parker Cole. Bush with the quick takedown. You see he's got that leg in there. He's in position to look for that Merkel.
PHS has only won 1 match tonight. That was at 113. CJ Caritas picks up the win for the Big Reds. Everything else has gone the way of the Patriots.
And we figured it could have went that way, but like I said, what we can look forward to in the next few years is Parkersburg High School continuing to build wrestlers that come in from the feeder programs and find wrestlers and close that gap. There's a lot of pride in both of these programs, and then they will not stay down, either one of them.
Well, and you know, the PHS coaches can go back with the iron sharpens iron kind of thing. If you guys want to be the best, you're going to have to go out here and wrestle the best, and South is often putting the best out there.
Yep.
As Bush.
They're seeing a lot of this armbar offense on top by the Patriots. They're, and like you said, a lot of them use the same techniques, and that's because it's just drilled into you from the time you get here till the time you leave.
Bush
and the
South.
Same, I'm sorry to step on you there. Same way with PHS. They've got their favorites. They've got their style. unfortunately, they just don't have the personnel right now that they're accustomed to having.
Bush for South up 4-1 here with a stoppage at 42 seconds.
And I would never want to diminish the effort of any of these kids. I've been on the receiving end of these beatdowns, and I've been on the giving end of these beatdowns. And I've got a lot of respect for
I admire the kids that put themselves through this day in and day out.
If you go out there and toe the line, you've got my respect. Another takedown for the South wrestler.
Inside 30 seconds left. Bush up 6-1 now.
And Bush, Trent Bush has got the that near arm isolated. You see the arm bent there to 90-degree angle behind the back. There goes another arm bar attempt.
Cole bridging up on his head.
Big bridge.
2-1.
And there's the
with
pin.
a second left on the clock.
Wow, what a showing by the Parkersburg South Patriots. And you know, like I said, Brian, these beatdowns have gone the other way many times. And I know one thing, Parkersburg Big Reds will be back. And
Final score, Parkersburg South.
as will South. And next year they got to go to PHS.
So your final score as far as the duel goes, it's South 71, Parkersburg 4. Running back through your winners tonight. At 175, Gage Wright, first period pen at 190. Robert Shockey from South, a first period pen at 215. Aiden Morris from South, a first period pen at 285. Bryson Arthur from South, a first period pen at 106. Corbin Phillips from South wins via forfeit. At 113, it's CJ Caritas, the only PHS win of the night. At 113, he wins 13-5. At 120, Uriah Morris, a winner for South with a third period pen.
That's my cousin.
At 126, Brady Roberts from South, a second period pen. At 132, Derek Sandy from South, a 12-4 win. At 138, Ryan Martin, a first period pen for South. At 144, Nathan Murphy, an 11-3 decision for South. And at 150, Micaiah Powell, a second period pen. At 157, Kyle Wheeler, an 8-5 decision for South. And Trenton Bush finishes us off with a first period pen with a second on the clock to pretty much wrap up a beatdown, 70-4 for the Patriots.
Hey, for a 70-4 outcome, it was still pretty exciting, Brian.
It was a lot of fun. Bobby Roberts, thanks for being along for the ride, man.
Thank you.
Good time.
This is a dream come true for me. Thank you.
Well, working with me often is for a lot of people. I get that a lot.
Exactly what I meant, Brian.
Hey, thanks to the CAS 45 crew and the cameras. For Bobby Roberts, I'm Brian Guthrie. Thanks so much for watching. We're back tomorrow night with high school basketball. We've got the girls and LKC matchup. Williamstown at Parkersburg Catholic. Join us for that. Going to be a lot of fun. We'll catch you tomorrow night here on CAS 45. Good night, everybody.
United we stand.